Welcome back, Coaster fans. In this review, I will be giving my full in-depth review on Batwing, the vekoma Flying Dutchman at Six Flags America in Baltimore, Maryland, and my full in-depth review on it. And I will be comparing this a lot to Firehawk at Kings Island. I have ridden those two, and they are sister rides. Fun facts before we get started on my personal thoughts about this really good vekoma Flying Dutchman. This is the only one that was not relocated, and it stands in its original location from its opening year. Firehawk, of course, was from Geauga Lake, moved to Kings Island in 2007, and of course, Nighthawk moved from California's Great America over to Carowinds. But anyway, let's get started on this review of Batwing. So Batwing, of course, is an old-school vekoma flying coaster, and most of the time you would think vekoma, rough, definitely going to pass it. Especially with it on top of Six Flags, and then on top of that, Six Flags America. A lot of people would be very turned off on the idea of riding this ride. But, in my opinion, this ride is really, really smooth. The inversions are super smooth. This ride literally feels like it was brand new opening at the park, even though it's well over 20 years old now. But it's still really running strong. The only downside with Batwing, and of course this goes for all the Flying Dutchman coasters, is the capacity is so low. There's so many restraints, so many old-fashioned type technology on that ride that even when the park is dead, you will get a very long wait time. The longest I waited for Batwing was about 10... The shortest I waited was about 10 minutes. The longest I waited, and they were running 2 trains, was about 30 to 40 minutes. And that's saying that with 1 train on Joker's Jinx and 1 train on Superman, and their lines were practically walk-ons. And they were dispatching really fast. So basically, you're going to get about... I'm going to compare this to Superman's wait time and all that. But for every 5 times that Superman runs with its 1 train, you'll get 1 rotation on Batwing. That is how slow the operations for this ride is. And no, that's not Six Flags' fault. That's simply the fact of the ride and how it was engineered by vekoma and it being such an old school ride. But anyway, to the positives, it is super duper smooth. Probably one of my favorite flying coasters I've been on. I don't know why, but I never really liked Firehawk. I don't know if it was just the way Kings Island and Cedar Fair were treating it. They were just like, whatever. We're going to take this out and put a Giga coaster in the next few years, so it's fine. Plus, also, Kings Island does have a large capacity park, so instead of waiting 30 minutes on a normal day, you'd be waiting about a couple hours for Firehawk. And that's running with both stations on that ride, too. But also, Six Flags America, even though it's very, very few theming, very few, they really did a lot with Batwing and explaining on the different vehicles Batman has and all that with these little cardboard signs. Well, not cardboard signs, but kind of looks like cardboard cutout signs. I mean, going in, not really knowing anything about most DC stuff, I really appreciate it. I also really do like how they themed the station. Kind of looks like a garage. I mean, of course, there's not going to be too much of an extensive theming in the queue or in the station, but I just like how the station looks with the Batwing or Batman symbol on it. But overall, this ride is definitely something you should definitely not pass up. It is a dying breed. Vekoma does not build these guys anymore. And there are only 2 left in the country, with Batwing and Nighthawk at Carowinds. So I would definitely say, if you have not ridden a vekoma Flying Dutchman, definitely get out to either Six Flags America or Carowinds to get on these rides. I've been fortunate enough to ride Firehawk at Kings Island and Batwing, hopefully to get on Carowinds Nighthawk soon. But I would definitely say White's still around, get on it. For those people that love Kings Island and miss Firehawk, take a trip out to Maryland, visit DC. Definitely get on Batwing to relive Firehawk memories. Anyway, in this ride, I will give a rating out of 8. Not the most comfortable ride, but definitely an old school ride that you can appreciate vekoma helping us bring along the flying coasters we know and love today. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you out in the queues.